Today on Real Tailgate Outdoors, I'm back at the St. Paul Ice Fishing Show to bring you my highlights and news that's going to shake up your season this year. We'll kick it off with new products, but there's a couple hot topics this year, including updated ice fishing laws that allow you to use auto hook setting tip-ups, and this rumored Marcum Ultra Live Bundle that's eluded online forums and has been rumored since this past summer. Where is it, and when is it going to hit the market? Tune into this video to find out this and more from the St. Paul Ice Fishing Show. The Otter X Over Resort Sleeper Edition is new this year, and as we step inside the house, what's unique is the bench folds out into a cot so you can sleep inside of your flip over house. This is a really unique offering because right now a lot of people will just take a cot and try to fit it in the sled and fit it out so you can fit in your flip over and sleep. This is so unique because it maximizes the space. It puts the cot all the way in the sled. It's easy to set up, and you still have a whole dedicated fishing area where you could fish two people still with the cot out. Otter's featuring some of their new products, including this hole hopping sled that's super modular. You can see here they have it set up with Garmin live sonar, holds your ice scoop, your live scope transducer and pole, a bucket, plenty of room for rods and a shovel. So a really organized and compact sled for hole hopping. And then they also are offering this new half house windbreak. It really is just half of a hub house with no roof, two sides, and you just stake it down and you have a windbreak out there on the ice. This could be great for cooking on a grill or Blackstone, or it could also be great if you're out on the ice on a warmer day and just want to get out of the wind. Discovering or purchasing new gear is one of the top draws to the ice fishing show. While I was there, I discovered the Eskimo Outbreak XPD hub houses, the new X1200 clam hub, the new Otter flip over style houses that have an integrated cot, the new Strikemaster Maven Auger, and the Vexilar Vision Shuttle, just to name a few. New this year from Clam is their Watchtower tip-up. So if you look at the tip-up itself, you can see the main thing that's missing is the flag. So how does this thing work? It's pretty cool. You trip it, and it starts flashing. So this tip-up's gonna be great for night fishing. You're gonna have great visibility, and there's no longer have to be out there with your flashlight shining out to try and find your tip-up. While at the show, I had the pleasure of meeting the CEO of Clam Outdoors, Gregg Wollner. We discussed a lot of things ice fishing, including the new Minnesota state law that allows for auto hook setting tip-ups to be used. Clam has a product for this already called the Predator Tip-Up, which previously could only be used as a traditional tip-up. But Gregg was kind enough to demonstrate for me how to use their Predator tip-up as an auto hook setting tip-up. I'm here with Gregg, the CEO of Clam, here at the Clam booth. And new this year, there's a new law in Minnesota where you can use auto hook setting tip-ups, and this is really where their Predator tip-up shines. So I'm gonna let him do a demonstration for you guys and show you how this works.
All right, guys, thanks. Appreciate you having me. So basically, the Predator automatic hook setting feature tip-up is now legal in Minnesota. Up until now, I didn't really pay very close attention to this because I was a lifelong resident of Minnesota. I couldn't use it. But here's how it works. Developed by one of our pro staffers and his friend in Wisconsin. You use one of our Predator rods, which is built for this, which is a fiberglass rod. But other rods would work. We make them for this purpose because it's got the right amount of backbone and it's fiberglass, so when you let this go, it'll set the hook. Basically, all you do is put the rod in the rod holder, set it down. You push the rod tip so that it's straight up and down with the hole, and you set it by setting the tension there on the side. And that's all you do. Then the line goes through there, and when a fish grabs it, it's going to trigger it and send it up. If you want to also have the flag, you can bring the flag and put it under here as well, and now it goes over there, and then boom, set the hook, and off it goes. It allows you to adjust this line here to give them room to run if they want to. It allows you to make the rod, set it for 24 to 46 inch rods by just changing this distance and locking it down. But basically it's really simple. You just have to remember to get this rod so it's pretty much at a 90-degree angle here. And this little piece adjusts the tension, as light or as heavy as you like. And when the fish pulls it down, boom.
If you live in Minnesota, you know the law. You can't buy a car on Sundays, which is why many of the wheelhouses at the show on Sunday did not have prices featured on them. At least they were still present at the show, and if you go there, you can't stop yourself from walking through so many of the models. I chose a few at the show at different price points, and we'll start with the one that's at about $20,000. For just over $20,000, you can get this Ice Cave Cherokee 16-foot single axle model. We'll take a step in the front here, and right as you come into the nose of the unit, we got the bathroom / closet area, and then on the left hand side we have a kitchen. Then there are 2 holes in front of this couch with a bunk over it. On this side we got a table, 2 more holes in front of that. In the back we have a big U-shaped couch / dinette setup. Another bunk overhead. So we pivot back this way, we have another table and 2 more holes. So one thing I really like about these back holes is there are lights for each hole, and this house seems to have a few more holes than some of the other ones I've seen. So we got a total of 4 back here and another 4 up front for 8 holes. For an MSRP of just over $60,000, you can get this Yetti single axle Wheelhouse 17-foot edition. As we walk in, we have a 2-person couch, and in the front there's bunk beds that go up to the nose. So it's nice that this unit has a couple permanent beds in it that aren't dependent on coming out of the ceiling. Up here is a closet / bathroom area, and then as we pivot this way, we have a kitchen with a stove, oven, and a sink, and a microwave up top. Looking towards the back, we have a TV, some cabinetry, another 3-person couch here, and up top there's a bunk that powers down as well. If we count the holes in this house, we have 4 in the square pattern in the back, and up front we have another 3 holes. So a total of 7 holes in this house. Here at the Vexilar booth, I'm getting a look at their new live sonar shuttle and their live sonar pole to put your live scope transducer on. Both of these, I'm told, come in at an advantageous price point versus some of the other options available, and are new to the market this year. At the Strikemaster booth this year, the big new thing is the Maven Ice Auger. I'm told the Maven Ice Auger is lighter, faster, and more compact than the outgoing model for the 40 volt, and comes with a very compact power head, a new blade cover that is push and pull to remove, and it comes in an 8 and a 10-inch size on the ice. It weighs in at about 14.5 pounds, and the 8-inch cuts at 3.6 inches per second. The elusive Marcum Ultra Live Bundle. This setup has been rumored since this past summer, and the real question is this thing ever going to locate itself to the market? All jokes aside, we're talking to Marcum up next, and we're going to find out from them why they are convinced the Marcum Ultra Live Bundle is the ultimate setup for ice fishing and is going to be able to compete with the big 3 in fishing: Garmin, Lawrence, and Humminbird. I'm here at the Marcum booth with Adam, and he's going to talk about the new live sonar that's kind of dominating a lot of ice fishing forums right now, the Marcum Live Bundle.
Hey guys, Marcum Ultra Live, brand new. We're really excited. We have a prototype here to kind of show off, you know, some of the really cool features of it. We're really hoping for a release very, very soon. The next couple months, 60 days is kind of our what we're shooting for. So hopefully get you guys out. Let you guys use it this winter still. So lots of cool features that we got going on. The live sonar is something that's kind of been around for a while, but a little bit just kind of different take on it. So what we did is we actually came up with a pole-less design, so you can actually go and use this similarly to how you actually use your traditional sonar units, where you'll actually go out, you'll take your transducer, you'll just throw it in the water, hook it in your arm, just like the other Marcum products, and you can actually just start fishing. So much lighter, much more portable, good high quality solid bag, so you can actually, when you're moving around, you wrap your cable around here, throw your transducer in the pocket, zip everything all up, nice waterproof pockets, fold it up here, close there, nice padded screen protector just to make sure everything stays nice and safe. And there you go, now you're walking around hole hopping. So one nice package, everything fits all nice bundled up, relatively light, so you can actually carry it around without needing an extra sled to carry the thing. So we're really excited about, obviously, ice fishing in general. People are obviously using the down mode a lot more, but one of the really cool things is we actually integrated some traditional flasher features in here as well. So for the guys that are maybe moving from a traditional flasher to the new live sonar technology, it kind of gives you a little bit of a stepping stone where it gives you something you're comfortable with. You can go out and fish with it and be confident while still kind of using the new features and while you're still learning them. The other thing is we also have an integrated HDMI port, which is huge for the guys in the hard-sided houses, where you actually are able to connect this to a TV, and that comes all together one model. You don't got to worry about picking which head unit goes with which transducer, any of that. We're just going to give you a box and let you guys go fishing. So like I said, we're hoping for release here in the next couple months. Hopefully everything works out, and we're real excited about it. So
all right, awesome. Well, thanks, Adam. I know I'm definitely excited about it, kind of tracking when it releases here. And one of my favorite features too, just looking at the demo, was how that flasher is overlaid. I think it's really nice to kind of blend the two technologies together.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah, awesome. Right. Thank you, guys.
New for this year, Eskimo refreshed 3 of their hub style houses with the Outbreak 450, 650, and 850. And the main selling point of these is the pack down length is now small enough to fit in a standard short bed pickup truck, which is the majority of trucks sold these days. So if we take a look at one of these houses right here, you can see we have on the one side we have the no trip door. This one's the 450, so we have a standard door on the other side. And if we pop inside of here, you can see they also made the windows quite a bit bigger this year because they've shifted the hub down. So the hub is now closer to the floor or to the ice, and that just allowed a bigger opening. So let me know your thoughts. Do you like the bigger windows, or do you think it's going to let more cold into the ice house? New this year from Eskimo is their Redneck drill auger versus the pistol bit. It comes in at about twice the weight, same drilling performance. So you might be asking, why would you buy a heavier auger? If you're someone who prefers a steel auger, this new Redneck bit might be the one for you. I'm also told it comes in at a bit of a lower price point compared to the pistol bit, and that bigger mass could be better for drilling frozen over holes. Setting out with the goal of stopping drafts in your wheelhouses, this new company spent 5 years of R&D coming up with a product that not only blocks the wind, but insulates you from the cold. Let's see how this product performs. So I'm here with Dan from Nippy Thermal, and he's going to talk about their new product this year that's to insulate your holes in your wheelhouses.
Yes. So once again, my name is Dan Nathan. I'm with Nippy Thermal. This is our new product called the Nippy Ring. What you do with it, if you have a wheelhouse, the common problem with your wheelhouse is the cold air coming in to your floor and your holes also freezing up. So you set your wheelhouse approximately halfway down, drill your holes, throw your slush out of the way, and you take this guy, you just fold them like this, stick them down through your hole, center up your hole here, Once you have them all installed, you lower the house down on top of it. Your house will compress onto it, and whatever it lands on, it's going to hug around. Keeps your hole from freezing up. Keeps all your cold air from blowing in on this side. Saves you a lot of money on propane and all the issues that you got with having that hole in the floor.
Definitely. I know I haven't seen anything like this on the market before. You know, where can people find these? Are you online or in stores?
We're online, nippythermal.com. You'll find us. We have an online store there also. We are new this year. We've got over 5 years of R&D into it to bring it to the market, to make it work. We wanted to solve the problem once and for all, and we believe we have. So we were just new this fall. It's our second show, but it's been going good.
All right, well, that's excellent. Glad I got to run into you here, see this new product, and best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
For just under $50,000, you can get this Ice Castle brand Mille Vacation model single axle ice house with what I really love is this burnt wood interior. This is my first time seeing an ice house with this finish of wood inside, and I think it just looks excellent. As we step in, we've got the kitchen right in front of us with a stove and oven. We got a full sink, microwave, and a fridge. As we pivot towards the front, I really like how in this one we have permanent beds in the front. We have twin bunk beds, and then as we go to this front cabinet, this is an RV edition, so we have a full bathroom and shower. As we pivot towards the back, we have 2 large sofas with a table in the middle. We have a fireplace in the back, and then up top there is a bunk that powers down from the ceiling as well. So lots of sleeping, lots of space in here. There's 2 holes underneath this table here, and as I pivot forward, we have another 2 right here below me and another hole up front in front of those 2 bunk beds. Well, that wraps up my highlights from the 2025 St. Paul Ice Fishing Show. I'd love to hear from you in the comments, whether it's about the new Marcum Ultra Live Bundle, your thoughts on why Minnesota is finally allowing auto hook setting tip-ups, or just what you're doing for ice fishing this year. If you enjoyed watching this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you out there on the ice.